Hey guys, PrinceofMacedon here, and I'm doing an Empire Total War Online multiplayer battle. I command the Iroquois Confederacy, and my opponent is Arnejo in command of the USA. I was kind of ticked off, because I really wanted to use the USA, but Arnejo picked them first. I could have used the USA too, but I think it's a little too early for an American Civil War. Alright, let's go look at my army first. I have 4 squadrons of Lancers, and you can see my opponent is celebrating the 4th of July already. Alright, then I have... what are these guys? Oh, these are my tribesmen, right next to my Lancers. And I have about, 3 units of tribesmen. And then I have a bunch of warriors. I have 4 units of the warriors, and those are melee type units. We'll zoom in close and see what they look like. There they are. Look pretty sweet. Then next to them, I have... actually I have more warriors. They are my warrior society, and I have 2 units of the warrior society, and those guys are even a step above the regular warriors. What else? Oh, you can see my general unit way up there. That is my chief's bodyguard, and they are coming forward first. They're going to taunt the USA. Alright, then I have my skirmish units. I have 5 units of bowmen. There they are, they're creeping forward. They are actually hidden right now as they creep like that. Alright, I have a unit of medicine men, and these guys, they can talk to the spirit world. And I think the spirit world is telling me something. The spirit world is telling me that my cavalry is going to launch an attack on the opponent's right wing cav. Actually, my first Lancer unit right there got butchered by the American artillery. But they closed the distance with this unit of regimented horse. And I'm going to sandwich it between my 2 squadrons of Lancers. And we're going to look at the American army in a bit. I just wanted to show you that first piece of action. Alright, so let's look at his army. He has 1 squadron of regimented horse, and he has 2 different units of 4-inch mortar batteries. And here he has 1 unit of a 3-pounder horse artillery. Then he has tons of line infantry. He has 8 units of line infantry, and here's his general's bodyguard unit. And he has 6 units of the light infantry. So he has a pretty nice looking army, I guess. And you might be able to recognize my army, because my army is actually the default army for the Iroquois. And that's the default army for large settings and on early period. And the reason I did that is because I've never used the natives in this game before, so I figured that if I tried to buy my own troops, I'd probably just screw it up. Anyways, after I destroyed my opponent's regimented horse, I swooped down and I took out his mortar batteries, and I also took out his 3-pounder piece. So this is my strategy here. I'm going to work on my opponent's flanks, and instead of turning my opponent's flanks, I'm going to try to turn his center inside out. And I'm going to try to accomplish that by just concentrating on his flanks. And my aspiration is that my opponent will feel the pressure on his flanks, and in feeling that pressure, he will take troops away from his center and reinforce his flanks. And by moving troops away from his center, that'll actually weaken his center. And at that point, I will send the rest of my infantry right down the opponent's center, where it's been weakened. So it's a bit like Robert E. Lee's strategy at Gettysburg, except with Native Americans. Alright, so I have reinforced my Lancer attack on the right wing with a unit of tribesmen. So basically I am escalating the pressure and hoping that he feels it. If he doesn't feel it, then my plan is not going to go as I hoped it would. So here I am, I'm ripping right down his flank here. And he is not withdrawing any of his infantry yet from the center. So that leads me to believe that my opponent isn't feeling the pressure yet. So I'm going to escalate it again. Now I'm launching my Lancers on his right wing, which is my left wing. And I'm really hoping that he feels this pressure. And if you look in the background, you can see my medicine men coming. And after my medicine men talked to the spirit world, the spirit world told me that I should move up my bowmen. So here comes my bowmen. And this is kind of like Rome Total War stuff, where you move up your archers to engage the enemy's archers. In this case, I'm engaging his light infantry here. So this is different. I've never used archers in this game before, but you can see that my archers are actually starting to break right now. Yeah, my poor archers, they took a lot of fire from those light infantry. But that's fine though, because not even Robert E. Lee managed to really weaken the Union center before he sent his guys in for the attack. What up? Okay, so my opponent was not reinforcing his flank, so I decided it was either now or never to launch my attack down the opponent's center. But you can see what I'm doing here. I'm launching about 80% of my force in for this attack down the opponent's center here. So they are attacking for the Confederacy, the Iroquois Confederacy. And it was kind of hard coordinating this, just because the settings for the unit scale was on like super huge. So my army alone, it covered the entire deployment section, like the length of it. Anyways, my opponent's troops are breaking, especially his light infantry. And also what you're not seeing is that both my wing attacks were very successful. Like his units on both wings were routing already. So when my center would have hit his center, then at the same time my wings would have converged on his center. So he was about to get hammered from every side. So he quit at that point. Anyways, that was a victory for the Iroquois Confederacy. You can see that I had a bigger army, I had fewer losses, and I had more kills than him. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle with the Confederacy. Good game to my opponent, Arnejo.